Gotta give him some.
Welcome back, League, to another edition of HoltCenter. This is two-time back-to-back HFL champion, almighty Commissioner Joe Holt, back-to-back. And my guest this episode is Chip Kumsum. Great to have you here, Chip.
Thank you.
We just wrapped up our draft Sunday night, and we have our draft grades. So let's introduce the managers and grade their team by pick. First off is the reigning champ, Steve Shineman, Creole Cajuns. With the first pick, he selects Aaron Rodgers. Chip, how do you grade his team?
Well, you know, Steve is like a son to me, a taller, more light-skinned son, but I got to be honest with you. Had to give him a B this time around. No QB depth behind Aaron Rodgers. And even though he's got good, solid wide receivers, his running game is suspect at best behind MJD.
Yeah, his running game is questionable, but Steve Smith is a nice receiver. I give him a C+. Our second squad is the 2004 inaugural champion, Kenny DeBow, Team Cakesters. His first pick is Aaron Foster. Chip, could you weigh in?
Well, yeah, you know, Diesel's been a good, solid fantasy football player over the years, but I feel at this time the computer drafting for him did not do him justice. No quarterbacks behind Sam Bradford. I mean, Chan Henry doesn't really count. And even though he's got great running backs with Arian Foster, I feel like that's his only strong part of his draft.
Yeah, I liked his running backs with Bradshaw, Sproles, Foster, with Ryan Matthews as the fourth option, and okay receivers with Vernon Davis. But with no QBs, I give him a C.
Yeah, I gave him a C as well.
Third is the 2010 champ, Tom Maw, Team Mongrels. He select Drew Brees with his first pick. Chip, what do you think about his team?
I think it's very solid. I gave him an A. Good quarterbacks with Drew Brees, and then he's also got Matt Ryan to back that up as well. Good on running backs, but I am concerned a little bit about the injury-prone Adrian Peterson. Good receivers, solid all the way around.
Yeah, I felt he rolled the dice on Peterson and McGahee. His receivers were solid with Nelson and his third-year receiver with Des Bryant as well as Miles Austin. I give him an A if his team is healthy. The fourth team is Chip Kumsum, Team Strong One, who had an impressive rookie campaign last year, might I add.
That I did.
I actually rated your team an A-. I liked your receivers with Nix, Dwayne Bowe, Crabtree, Jimmy Graham, and your running backs I like Steven Jackson and Sean Green, and as well as Tom Brady with RG3. So overall, A-.
Minus, huh? All right, we'll see. Let's move on.
Good job. The fifth team is Kevin No Rings Reed, Team Destroyers. He takes Cam Newton with his first pick. What do you think about Kevin's team?
You know what? I gave Kevin an A. I thought Cam Newton was a gutsy pick at 5, but I do like it. Newton has plenty of upside at quarterback. He's backing him up with Jay Cutler. He's got good running backs, even though not a lot of depth there. Good receivers, solid team.
Yeah, I gave Kevin a B+. I liked Cam Newton, and I liked his decent running backs, and I liked his receivers. The sixth team in order was Jordan Hooks with Team Losing Streak. Chip, what did you think about his team?
Well, I got to be honest with you. I've called out Jordan as my rival in this league. Coming for you, boy. But as far as the grading goes, I do give him an A. I feel like he's got good, solid quarterbacks with Flacco and Schwab. Good wide receivers, although Andre Johnson is a bit of an injury concern.
I actually gave Jordan an A. Balanced team overall. Our seventh team was the 2005 and 2008 two-time champion Andrew Bynum with the Team Decimation Squad. With his first pick, he takes Calvin Johnson. Chip, could you weigh in?
Well, I think that, I gave him a B+, by the way. I think that he's got the best wide receiver core of anybody in our league with Calvin Johnson and Fitzgerald. Good, solid quarterbacks in Romo and Dalton. However, his running backs are very, very weak.
I like Calvin Johnson and Fitzgerald. I like Romo, but he has no running game, so I give him a B. Our eighth team in order was Rick Davis, GI Steelmakers. With his first pick, he takes Ray Rice. How did you grade his team?
Well, another computer-picked draft. I had to give him a C. Weak quarterbacks, and that really kills your team. Carson Palmer, Christian Ponder. Can't really do too much with those, even though his running backs are strong.
I like Ray Rice. I liked his running backs, which is extremely strong. He had one QB, though, decent receivers. I actually give him a B-. Moving on to the ninth is the 2009 champ, Vincent Johnson, Team Show Me Your Touchdowns. He takes Matt Forte with his first pick. How do you rate his team?
I think Vinny has the most balanced team in the league, to be honest with you. It's solid all the way around with no real weaknesses to speak of, and unfortunately I have to play him week 1.
Interesting.
I give him an A.
I think he has a very good team. Good overall balanced team, A-. I even like the Baltimore defense. With the 10th pick was the 2006-2007 back-to-back HFL champ Joe Holt. The team commission, where I took Brandon Marshall. Chip, how did you rate my team?
I like your team, Joel. I think your wide receivers are the best next to Drew's. With Brandon Marshall, Demaryius Thomas, Victor Cruz, Antonio Holmes. You have a very good quarterback core with Peyton Manning and Ben Roethlisberger. Your running backs are average, but besides that, very, very strong. I gave you an A.
I actually gave myself an A++++.
Of course you did.
Thanks a lot, Chip. Moving on is the 11th team, which was Marcus Boone, Team Spectacular Swagger. With his first pick, he takes Matthew Stafford. Chip, how'd you rate his team?
I don't know if his swagger is that spectacular, but I did give him an A. Very, very, very good quarterback depth. He's got Stafford, he's got Vic, he's got Andrew Luck behind him, and even Ryan Fitzpatrick is a fourth-string QB. Solid wide receivers, really good running backs, and Lynch and Fred Jackson. Had to give him an A.
Yeah, I like Matthew Stafford. Solid QBs. I actually gave him a B, but I'm going to bump it up to a B+. And last team is Ronell Barthwell, Team Old School, new guy to the league as well as Marcus. He takes Chris Johnson with his first pick. Chip, what do you think?
I think that his draft was old school. Unfortunately, I have to give him a C. I believe that he can come out of this, but his quarterbacks are very, very weak. Again, in a two-quarterback league, that's just going to kill you. No depth behind Eli Manning. Solid running backs, but suspect. With Chris Johnson not performing well last year and Peyton Hillis, you got to wonder how well he can do, even though he does have really good receivers.
Running game is a little suspect, and only one QB with Eli Manning. I give him a C-.
I will say he's got good defense, though. San Francisco 49ers, I do like that pick.
Interesting. So, there you have it, folks. That's our draft grades. I feel that this is going to be an exciting year for the HFL.
Yeah.
No strike shortened year, and I look forward to healthy competition from all of the managers. So on behalf of Chip Coomson, I'm Joel Holt. Stay classy, HFL.